if A.J. Foyt, first of all, watched you on Dancing with the Stars, and he does have a cell phone now, so he might have been able to vote. That almost equals winning the race.
Yeah, I mean, I can die a happy man. Life. Anything from here is just icing on the cake.
All right, so you were telling us before we started the shooting this 8 to 14-hour day doing the Dancing with the Stars routine, which I don't think any of us imagine how much work it was. But the end result was, I think it connected with a lot of people because for whatever reason, they liked you.
I still haven't figured that one out.
And you can dance, which is a shock to most of the people that have known you for a few years.
No bigger shock than it was to me, Robin.
But do you think this is the kind of thing where the car's there every night and they show your highlights and you talk about coming back and what you do for a living? That's the kind of, you can't buy that kind of, you just hope down the road that not only is that going to be, maybe somebody's going to want to sponsor you, but television-wise, somebody's going to say, this kid might be all right. We might have to give him a chance on television. I mean, I know you don't want to do that right now, but that's still something you're good at in the booth, so it might be something you want to do on the road.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I know we've talked about it in the past, and if those opportunities come up when we get to that point in life, then certainly I'll entertain them because it's something I enjoy. But for me, the big thing is I noticed that the fan base of the show is kind of similar to the IndyCar fan base in the sense that they're super loyal. Like the people that are into it are really into it. And it's the same for IndyCar. And, I had a lot of people either send me tweets or Facebook messages or whatever saying, hey, look, never followed IndyCar before. I didn't even know what it was. But, you've got a new fan and we'll be watching in St. Pete. So if we could help just kind of bring some of those people over and spread the message of the awesome racing that we've got here in the series, and, job done, mission accomplished.
All right, back to your daytime job. What's going to make you happy in 2017? What's it going to take? What will you be satisfied with?
I mean, we got to get to the top step. We came so close last year, and we had a couple really strong races that could have gone a bit different. Obviously, Texas was the heartbreak, but the team, it's a winning team. It is, and these guys deserve a win, and we've got the pace for it. So we just really need to pull that off this year.
We had dinner with Kanan last night, and we were trying to prod him for some Honda information. He actually, under oath, said it's not bad. It just needs. He goes, we haven't run enough to do it, but. Do you look at it as a plus for you guys having, even though it's four more cars and they probably take most of the money, but still I think maybe having Dixon and Kanan's got to be a good thing.
No, I mean having those guys, having an organization like Chip Ganassi Racing helping push the whole boat forward. We're all in this together in a sense. As much as we're racing against each other, all the Honda teams are trying to work together, and they're a huge asset. And so having them on board is very exciting, certainly. And the fact that they wanted to switch over to Honda means that they've got a lot of faith in what the manufacturer is doing. So we're
we know why they switched, son. We're all adults here in this studio, but you're pretty funny. You're politically correct.
You're thinking short term, Robin.
I know.
2018 is a whole different ballgame.
I understand
and
that.
There's a lot of good stuff in the pipeline. So you might not have all. That might not be it. That might not be all of it.
But. Is there just it's not I guess the only thing when you look at the timesheets, it's not a half a second, it's not a second, it's just and it's maybe bumpier street courses, or maybe what you struggle. I mean, what are you? Just a couple things to be refined.
It's not huge. That's the thing, But it's such a competitive series. So any advantage as small as it can be is still an advantage. The only place that we know we're on the back foot is the short ovals. You look at the results from both Phoenix and Iowa last year, and now we've added Gateway. Those ones we know we're going into it with our back against the wall a little bit, but we're pretty dominant on the speedways, which is great. So let's say 3 for 3 each on that one, and the road and street courses. The teams and drivers can make a difference. Strategy can play into it. So I'm not going into the season with my my head hung low or anything. I think we can still be very competitive and try and sneak out some good results almost anywhere.
All right. The Carol Burnett Show, the James Hinchcliffe Show. Just remember, before you took my job at Speed on Wind Tunnel, that you promised I could be a gaffer when you became really famous.
You mean key grip.
Key grip.
Yeah.
Or maybe drive your car.
I don't know what that means, though.
I don't either, but I could be your chauffeur. I could around Toronto and LA. And
all right. You my personal Uber. I don't know. I've heard stories of your driving days, Robin. I'm not sure if that's a job I'm willing to.
I can't.